Well, hello again, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for clicking on me again. I want to give you a brief update on this debate challenge I made last week. If you recall, I challenged the free grace fanatic and antinomian Charles Jennings to a presidential style debate. Now, that's a type of debate where you don't get to filibuster and spam everyone to tears. You actually have to stand there on your feet or sit at your desk and take questions, and you have a certain limited amount of time to answer them. And these questions come from a balanced, ideologically balanced panel, not your buddies, or not the questions that your buddy chose to have asked. Right, Donnie? Charles doesn't like to venture far away from his partner Donnie Budinsky in debating opponents. He knows Donnie will allow him to speak over his opponents. He knows Donnie will censor the chat for him to make sure that only the right questions get asked. So sorry, Charles, there won't be any of that sort of help this time. So again, let me update you on this. I was trolling the Praise the IM channel, one of these really dark channels on the internet by another free grace fool who hides under the sock puppet Praise the IM. And so I was trolling this channel, and by trolling, I mean I was posting truth. That's the only way to troll that sort of a channel, is when you post things that are actually true. So I was trolling by posting truth, and the layman seminary, aka Charles Jennings, was also there. I forget, I think the subject might have been about him and some other discussion he had with someone else that night. This is 2 nights ago on Saturday the 29th. So I'm there in the chat room, and I catch the layman seminary, who was studiously ignoring my debate challenge up until that point. But now he was put on the spot in the chat there. Nobody had timed me out yet. His wife was about to, but she hadn't gotten around to that yet. So I asked Charles, what's the deal? Are you going to debate me or not? And he informed me that I'm small potatoes, but he would get around to it after he had back surgery. Yeah, I'm sure you will, Charles. At some point, you'll get around to it. But at any rate, at least he actually put himself out there saying that he would do it unless they, erase the evidence of that. They delete the evidence of it. He's on record now as saying that he would debate me at some point. And again, under these presidential debate style rules. So that means no graphics. That means no charts. That means you don't have your friend Donnie Budinsky censoring the chat and allowing you to speak over other people. None of those tools will be available. What I'm doing tonight here is I wanted to ask those of you watching, we're going to need a ideologically balanced panel, or at least, maybe people who don't necessarily agree with me, but don't agree with him either. So if you can't stand either one of us, you're a good candidate to be on the panel for the debate. So yes, I need an absolutely unbiased moderator, and I need a panel of 4 to be asking the questions for this presidential style debate. Okay, so if you think that you would fit that bill, let me know in the comments section, and we'll try and arrange this thing. I'd like to get it done within a month, but we'll see. Who knows? Charles may have complications from that back surgery. By the way, Charles, when they're doing your back, you might want to tell them to have a look at the front. But anyway, I don't want to go there. So some of you may not be familiar with Charles Jennings, or me for that matter. But Charles, according to Charles, if you went to Vacation Bible School when you were 6 years old and you actually believe what they told you, even for, say, the week, or maybe even just for a night, if you actually believe the Christian mega narrative you heard at Vacation Bible School when you were 6 years old, well, it doesn't matter if when you were 7 years old, you started dressing up as the other sex and you grew up to be a pansexual who worshiped Satan and became a serial killer. None of that matters because you believe. Now, that's the sort of absolute nonsense that Charles Jennings preaches, which is this is called free grace. And his buddy Praise the I Am learned his doctrine from Charles Jennings. So this is a wonderfully, as you can imagine, a wonderfully liberating gospel. You get to hang on to grudges. Uh, you can rewrite the book of Revelation. You can take the mark of the beast. Doesn't matter. Do whatever you want because you believe. So Charles has been spreading this pernicious lie from hell for several years. And I'd like to get him in a forum where he actually has to defend it. And now he's on record as saying that, yes, he will indeed debate me. So we'll see, Charles. We'll see if you follow through or if you punk out. Have a nice night, everyone. And again, please, if you think that you might qualify as a panelist, one of the four to ask the questions of the two debaters, go ahead, leave your name in the comments section. And I'm serious, we will try and get this together. We need a moderator and 4 people to serve on the panel who would make it balanced. Okay, I don't want it tipped in my favor. I don't want it tipped in his. I want it balanced. 4 panelists, 4 questioners, and an unbiased moderator who will have a mute button to silence anyone who tries to talk over anybody else. Fair enough? Okay. Again, leave your comments. And thanks for joining me here again. I'll let you know what happens in a future update. But, if I was a betting person, as in the bad old days, I wouldn't really put a whole lot of money on this thing coming together. But who knows? Like I said, he's on record now. Unless they delete the stream from 2 nights ago, he's on record as saying that he agrees to this. So we'll see. We shall see. Have a nice night, everyone.